Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi. Call Halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutation to the Akim that's pushing his word with truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is the brother Zayan Amath from the GMS Detroit Bar Camp, and I'm coming to you today with another video, dealing with, I intend to name the topic, the earth will know what we believe. The earth will know what we believe, in the sense that, Yahawashi, the Most High, through His Son, is waking up, Lord willing, the elect men, that believe in this thing, that believe in the Most High and His Son. Okay, the Most High has risen us up, in this dark world. He has given us the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, all right, of the goings-ons in the earth, of us being Israelites, being chosen men, Lord willing, all right, to rule, okay, in the kingdom of heaven, over our enemies, over the so-called white man and the rest of the heathen nations, all right, that He Himself, the Most High, is a so-called black man as well as His Son, all right, and that Esau is the devil, all right. The whole earth is coming into that understanding, but without a shadow of a doubt, all right, when the Lord returns, everyone is going to know and confess these things. They're going to catch up. They're going to catch up to what we already know, all right. And the Lord, He's going to demand of it, all right. When Yahawashi come back, all right, there's going to be no plea agreements, as I like to say a lot of times, all right. You're not going to be able to reason or negotiate in the day of the Lord, because all bets are off at that time. Okay, when the word was given unto you, when you had the opportunity to catch it, at least for our people, but that's why the scriptures speak of a 1/3 and a 2/3, all right, in Zechariah the 13th chapter. But anyhow, when the opportunity was given into you, you didn't take heed. It wasn't a cool thing to do. You were too busy. You wanted to, be fly. You wanted to be swagged out. You wanted to chase bitches. You wanted to smoke weed. You wanted to go to the club. You wanted to do all these worldly things, but you didn't want to give yourself over, all right, to Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi. So I just had this, I don't know, the scripture was in my head this morning, so I'm going to just read it. And, Lord willing, it's edifying. So, Salakia, before I continue, this image on the screen, it's just an artist's rendition, of course, but yet it is on point. This is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, all right, but his real name in the Paleo Hebrew, all right, the ancient Hebrew tongue, Lashawan Kodash, the holy tongue, is his name is Yahawashi. All right, and the scriptures speak of him being a so-called black man. A man with basically say his flesh looked as if it was burned in a furnace. It speaks of his feet, but if his feet is dark, well, then what is the rest of his body gonna be? And other scriptures speak, of his arms as well, meaning his body. But not only that, it speaks of him having a green garment, You know, matter of fact, let me just read it really quick. I wasn't even gonna read this, but I guess the Spirit wants me to. This is Revelation 1:13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot. See? So as you can see in the image, you know, he's got a garment on that's clothed all the way down to his foot. Alright? In other scriptures, it speaks of it being like the color unto beryl, which is like a greenish color. Alright? So that's why you see the green garment, okay, in this image here. And it says, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Okay. So, like, you know, I know a lot of people are actually into wrestling, WWE, all right, Raw and all that. So you see these guys that wear these, even boxers, right? They wear this championship belt, right? When they win a bout, okay. But that belt actually goes way back, you know, to ancient times, to where, you know, we would wear, basically, you know, we would gird our paps, you know, basically to protect our midsection, you know, in times of war. All right, so Yahawashi is no different, and he's coming to gain the victory, right? Because he's a warlord, right? Just like the Heavenly Father. He's a chip off the old block, so to say. All right, he's that chief cornerstone. All right. It says that his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Okay. So, hey, who you know that has woolly hair on the earth? You know, the Lord is beautiful. He left it to where you can't gainsay that. All right. It is world renowned. All right. It is known in all the earth that the so-called black man is a man known of having woolly hair. That the texture of his hair is like wool. All right, just as a sheep. All right, which is on point as well, because the Lord, he referenced the children of Israel as being sheep. All right, so it all goes together. It all makes sense. You know? So, hey, just as us, you know, Yahawashi, he has woolly hair as well. So, through process of elimination, you can determine that, oh, okay, he must be a so-called Negro. All right, he's got dark skin, he's got, you know, woolly hair. Okay? I mean, just those two things alone, hey, should be enough to convince, you know, a lot of people. But hey, only elect are going to get that, are going to understand it, are going to be able to see, you know. Because hey, everyone has eyes and ears, but they don't have those spiritual, you know, eyes and ears to see or hear. Nor can they understand, you know. So it is what it is. But actually, I'm gonna have to do another lesson, because this lesson is going off into something else. I even know it's not crazy, but hey, that's how the spirit flows. But I guess for somebody somewhere needs to hear this. So just to continue, it says, Salakia. Shouldn't even be reading. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they were burned in a furnace. So hey, as the story goes, or how anyone know that has a mind of reason, right? If you cook anything on the stove, right, left there too long, they get burnt. If you grilled before, if you put something in the oven, right, you left it there too long and you burned it, right? All right, what color is it gonna be? Whatever it is, it's gonna be a darker hue. It's gonna be burnt. It's gonna be black. It's gonna be really dark. All right. That's what the scriptures are explaining here. That Yahawashi, hey, he was a super deep, dark skinned looking brother. A lot of people reference, Sidney Poitier, right? Wesley Snipes, right? Real deep, dark, clear skin tone, which represents strength, because, if you let science tell it, they basically, the darker your complexion, for the most part, all right, we don't have the spiritual bodies yet, but the darker the complexion, the stronger, melanin content that you have, or the more melanin content that you have, the more you're able to just basically endure this earth. I don't know all the scientific particulars, but you're basically, you have stronger genes, if you will. So, hey, how much more? All right, the second in command, the Lord of the whole earth, Yahawashi, that's coming with a spiritual body, because the scriptures say he will not meet thee as a man. So when he comes, right, to visit the earth, hey, the whole world is gonna know and believe, and you're gonna recognize, all right, and you're gonna bow down. So I'm gonna do another lesson on what I actually intended to going into, but it's just something I wanted to put up right quick through the spirit, doing the in transit, which is one of the best ways to get in videos, by the way, especially if you're short on time. You got a lot going on. Hey, you in your car, a lot of times out the day, doing in transit, So anyway, with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutation to the Akim that's pushing this word with truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.